What's up guys, today we're going to check out Mahogany Residences in Kota Damansara. Let's go! Let's get our coordinates right first. This will be the entire aerial view of the site, and this is the project that we're going to check out today, Mahogany Residences. But the show unit that we are currently in right now is Sunway Nexus, and this seems to be the more vibrant site of the entire address of Kota Damansara. But Kota Damansara is very big, and it also includes this forest reserve. And along that road is around like 10 to 15 minutes. This project is located right adjacent to it. So that's cool. But what's even cooler is this upcoming address of Kuasa land development. So we have no clue what's going up first, but it's one of those developments where the MRT stations comes out first before the entire master plan. And it's really close by. So what you can also see around the site, this is a very popular location for landed, usually because of its serenity and privacy. Then to access the site, this will be Persiaran Mahogany, and you will take a left turn into a secondary road before you go into the local road of this development. So in total, it's really low density. It's only 281 units in a 2.14 acres piece of land. So in terms of title, this is a condominium, not a service apartment, and it's 100% residential. Then when you come in here, this is rather peculiar because they don't join together. And then the security checkpoint will be at the front, so this will be the drop off, and there will be the boom gates at the front going in for residents. Then after coming in, this will be the access into the car park itself, and they will be traveling via these circular ramps at the end. There will be total 5 levels of elevated car park, and on top of that will be the facilities deck, also some cabana units, which is very exciting. And this will be the facilities floor plan. So they in total will be 6 units of cabana units. And it's very interesting. It's somewhat like a landed living lifestyle within a stratified development. Here you have the usual facilities elements such as the swimming pool, the gym, the viewing deck. But in one glance, it seems rather standard because let's not forget that it's only 281 units. The more fancier this is, the higher the maintenance cost will be. Then if you look into the orientation here, the units are actually facing north and south all the way, so that's good. Then in terms of floor plan, per standard floor there will be 10 units. Sharing 4 lifts altogether, which includes the service lift. And this is a double loaded corridor, where it means that this corridor is servicing units at both sides of the corridor. And in between units, then you will have voids to create ventilations and windows for the inner bedroom. So due to the orientation, right, only one side gets direct reach to the forest reserve via the unit itself. Not everyone else needs to just enjoy it from the facilities deck, so these units indirectly becomes pretty premium. Also due to the typology arrangement by the architect, which combines the elevated car park partly into the residence tower, there are opportunities to allow residents having the cars right in front of their unit. Not right in front, but close to their unit. So it means that if you are actually buying level 5, right, the front portion of the car park of the unit will then be arranged directly to you. That's good. And every unit actually comes with 2, some comes with 3, depending on which level of height and which size you are getting. However, those only applies to units that is adjacent to the car park structure itself. So suddenly what is not as premium becomes a very convenient thing for owners. So it depends whether do you want views on the top or do you want car parks located right next to your unit. Then in terms of unit size, it's pretty generous, it's very sizable, as the main target audience for this project is still families, where they prioritize on space, serenity and privacy. So the size is ranging from 905 square feet, the smallest, up to 1121, that is the biggest for the typical apartments. However, as the cabana units that we mentioned just now is 1623 square feet per unit. Very, very nice. If you want a landed property where you have facilities right in front of you, these are the ones, but I don't think there are any stocks left. Well, you can try. And the unit that we're going to check out today will be Type B, 1033 square feet, 2 plus 1 bedroom and 2 bathroom. The plus one here becomes very vague. We'll explain that later. So coming in from the corridor, there will be a connection into the foyer, and once you come in, you will have this arrangement that's one of my favorite. You have the dining and living stacked horizontally together next to the balcony, so you have this amazing view of your choice. Then your kitchen will be next to this, and you will have the yard space next to the kitchen, where this can somewhat be that wet kitchen also. Then you have the principal bedroom, one side with the bathroom, another one with its utility as well as a shared bathroom on this side. Pretty straightforward, and you can see it's very clean. That's very nice. Okay, let's go. In through the foyer, this is a 1.75 width foyer, and all of this becomes so important once you have a kid. You will have bicycle trampolines whatsoever, or you want to have a golf set because the golf course is also pretty close. This can be a storage place as well, along with your shoes. And for the lock set, this will be the exact brand being provided by the developer, so this looks good, where it's the combination of fingerprints, pin codes, Bluetooth, and key for direct overriding, so that's cool. The clearance of the door is 1 meters. Going in, this will be the unit. Wow! Right from the entrance itself, you will have your kitchen on the side, and you can have direct view to your balcony through your dining and your living. But some minor things that I wish could happen is to shift the door like maybe half a feet away from the column, so this can then be a storage space where there's enough depth to be a cabinet. If not, all this space are wasted. This is just picking up details within the design itself. And this is also a suggestion to have a breakfast counter here, but in the actual unit itself, I seriously don't think that this is going to be provided. So please do check with the salesperson on the exact specifications of their partly furnished. So unusual, there will be kitchen cabinets, aircon, water heaters. Those are pretty standard, but please do check with them directly. Just imagine this is your house, right? It's going to be a very pleasant experience. Imagine the ventilation and daylight that comes into the space itself with the serenity, since there's only one side with development, the other side is actually nature. Anyway, this will be the dining, this will be the living space, and the wall-to-wall width here is 4.72 meters. And part of the selling point here is also the design of every unit comes with a balcony. So some people are pretty particular about balcony. If you have a view, then balcony makes sense. If you don't have a view, what for, right? Then going through the space into the balcony, this will be one of the views that you will get, which is the Kota Damansara view, the Kwasaland view, and you can just look at it, right? Most of it is green, but no worries, we'll go check out the site later. There will be tile for your balcony. These will be the steel handrails and the location of your aircon compressors. Then the corridor width is around 1.1 meters, which is very spacious. Throughout all the reviews that we have done, we have particularly mapped out locations with nature reserve next to the project. Of course, we have some in Pantai Dalam, we have some other locations, and it's still a very incredible find where you have a project within the CBD, but just that because it's a forest reserve, nobody can do anything about it, and this project is just right next to it, and you have the best of both worlds. Moving on, this will be the kitchen area. As mentioned, this is the breakfast counter, and you will have your fridge here, kitchen cabinet that comes with a 2-burner for this unit. I think it's a little bit too small. Anyway, there will be a window here connecting to the yard space outside, and I know this is going to be the space for you to put your washing machine and your laundry space. This can also somewhat be an extension of the kitchen, where you can allocate your walk here to do your heavy cooking. So the section outside can then be your dry kitchen. But this is a very sizable yard space. selling price of this leasehold property, it starts from 641,000 for the lowest price unit. But for this exact unit, the ongoing rate is 681 per square feet. So this is going to be around 7 to 800,000 depending on which height you are going for. And the lease is extended up to 21. Then for ceiling height, the floor to floor height is 10 feet, which means that floor to ceiling height is around 9 point something. First bedroom, right? This is going to be some alterations for the ID unit because this is also built on an existing shop office, so there will be some restrictions. Just to clarify, there's an extension of wall that the ID did, so this extension of wall is not here, so there's going to be a wall directly like that, where this is one room, and the shared bathroom. So this is going to be an open area, but then they did some alteration, so this becomes like a ensuite unit where you have one ensuite here, another ensuite right opposite. Then coming in, this will be the bedroom 1, the plus 1, and the shared bathroom. But once you do this, right, suddenly this becomes very interesting. So checking out the bathroom, it's going to be full height wall tiles, basin and WC by Acolia. You will have a shower screen, then a water heater, then you have a compartment to put your things. Very nice. The color of the tiles is very safe, but I like that. Actually specify out the brand of the furniture, so not many developers are very comfortable doing that, but they did. So nice. Then coming out, this will be the plus 1. Dimension wise is 2.2 by 2.7, which is perfectly a room. But I guess due to some local authorities, they need to change the labelings of the room to somewhat control the density of the project to get the approval for this. I don't know, but what matters the most is the dimension of the room, where it can perfectly be another bedroom. Because the impression of plus 1 usually means a very small room that is like for utilities. This one even comes with a very nice sizable window. Into the bedroom, this will be the one enjoying the same view as the balcony. So the wall-to-wall width is 2.7 meters here. You have a very nice size window, and you can perfectly put in the queen size bed, bedside tables, your wardrobe, and you still have a lot of space for circulation. And they are giving floor tiles for the rooms and the toilet and the living room. So if this is the actual configuration of the room, right, I kind of like it because you actually enjoy privacy. You won't get direct visibility from the living and dining space into the bedroom itself. And by doing this also, because you save the swing of the door, this room appears to be bigger. If you have the door, then suddenly it becomes just okay. But that is going to be the exact thing for the principal bedroom itself, because once you go through the living and dining, you will get to the bedroom directly like that. Once you open the door, this will be the principal bedroom, which is very big. The length is 5.4 meters and the width is 2.9 meters. And this is when we talk about the limitation of building on an existing structure. They have the limitation of the column being there. So you just eliminate that piece there. It's going to be a very open space, which also connects to the window facing out. Okay, so just please ignore this piece of column here. This is going to be exactly your bedroom. You can perfectly put in a king size bed and still have a lot of space. But how I wish that the floorings could be timber, then this would be oof. But that's personal preference anyway. Going into the principal bathroom, this will be the basin by Acolia. I'm not too sure whether is this built in or not, but I wish it is. Then you will have the WC as well as a shower screen along with the water heater and a compartment to put your shampoos. Full height wall tiles, windows checked. And this is the main difference when it comes to the profile of the developers. And the same road, we have a public listed company that does a lot of branding of their project. On the same road, we have this one that's way more discreet. The way they market the project is also very different. And for your information, now the project is already 50% sold. And let's check around the site. now we are walking right outside the sales gallery at Sunway Nexus, and this is a glimpse of the prosperity and busyness around the commercial area around this site. So this is right next to the LRT station, connected right to Tropicana Gardens and the mall and etc., the office centers. And this is the traffic condition right now, because now it's lunchtime now, so you have a lot of people. Hi.
Hi, I'm a big fan. So nice to meet you. I follow you.
Oh, hi. So sorry for the interruption. It's always nice to see. This is the exact condition of the streets right now. It's like double parking everywhere. You have a lot of people just going around for food. There's a lot of food stalls here. Not only in terms of traffic, pedestrian wise, right? A lot of people too. So this is the very urban side of Kota Damansara. Let's go check out the very serene side of Kota Damansara. Hey guys, so now we are in Persiaran Mahogany, where it's really busy because this is one of the main streets across Kota Damansara, and we are right next to the project itself. This is the main access into the project. So after the traffic light, there will be a left turn in. Okay, so the debate is, can they have a separate lane in here? So the residents can directly turn in. I don't think so, because it's too short of a distance from the traffic light. Unless they allow a U-turn from the traffic light, then it makes sense. Again, the distance is a little bit too short to directly go in. So there will be two roads. One will be to the water reservoir for maintenance purposes. One will be directly into the project itself. And further down, there will be a school, and surrounding the areas are all apartments and landed properties. And left turn from here, that will be the MRT station of Kuasa Land. Then walking around the roadside of Persiaran Mahogany is a very long one, that's why it's called Persiaran. The problem with this Persiaran is there are a lot of traffic lights across the entire thing. So from here to Sunway Nexus area, right, it's one straight road all the way, but it takes around 15 to 20 minutes because of the traffic light. But the good thing is they have a proper walkway most of the ways, and there are also a lot of apartments going on around this area, so that's something to take note. Also right next to the site there will be this water piping. I'm not too sure whether they will camouflage or not, because it's right in front of the other plot of land, not theirs. And looking at the site profile, it's actually elevated way higher than the road level, so even if you park in the car park, right, it's so much higher than the road level. So it's pretty nice, like at your facility stack you are already higher than the neighboring buildings. But unfortunately only one side of the facade gets direct view of the green forest reserve. And for main access wise into Kota Damansara, there will be a few ways. One will be from the LDP itself. Another one will be the Elite Highway, which is the North-South Highway, now even connected to Dash, so that's interesting. And that also connects to the Kuasa Land side. But there's also an inner road where it connects to the Kampong Subang side, which is also a back road to Sungai Buloh. Those are the main ways. And looking at the traffic right now, because it's afternoon right now, so I think everybody's at work, so the traffic is not as bad. But this is pretty close to the road, so I'm not too sure whether will the noise be a problem. Yeah, so I guess that's all about this project. It's now time for Sean's Take 3 on 3. Well, just a junction away, right, there are still a lot of other commercial shop lots around. But is it achievable via walking? Yes, but you will sweat by the time you reach there lah. Once you drive a little bit more, right, which is like 200 to 300 meters kind of thing, then you'll reach the entrance of this new Kota Damansara development already. So like this is the brand new MRT of the station, and you can see KWSP brand new building already. So this is in function right now, just that it's not exactly walking friendly to Mahogany Residences. This one you still need to go through a lot of main highways and roads, so it will be easy to grab along, but walking distance wise I don't think so lah. And that's actually point number 1, the serenity and the privacy of the site. it's really something else where you have urbanism, city center, like commercial areas that is full of offices, factories, universities, shop lots, and etc. Then on one side you have total peace and quiet, which is the forest reserve. This is the entire setting of Mahogany Residences that attracts a lot of people. Then the second thing, on top of the setting that is so private already, they only are building 281 units only. So in this setting, right, not only you are away from people, there's so limited unit, and that is very good if it's a own stay unit. Most likely everyone will know everybody within that setting, and this is a setting that is pretty hard to come by already in this current development trend. They are a little bit more profit centered. Then in terms of design, I like the entrance that they allow the users to come into the road a little bit, to turn in first before going into the apartment, instead of having the entrance right at the front of the main road. So that's good. Then the foyer is generous. The combination of dining, living along with the dry kitchen, that space is amazing, and that is applied throughout all unit within the project itself, where you have all the rooms enjoying the facade of the building. So that guarantees great ventilation, great views, great daylight into all of the spaces. And imagine if the show unit don't have the center island, right? Then the dry kitchen space actually a little bit too big already. So do think about what you're going to do with it. And I actually like the simplicity of it. So once you go into the project, right, you go through everything, it's very direct, it's very practical, nothing fancy, nothing too much. Very own stay oriented lah, so that's good. Plus they spell out the specification of the tile, including the brand and the door locks and etc. So not all developers prefer to do that. This one they did it. So then also a bonus point, right, because this is located a street away from an upcoming major development called Kota Damansara. I think I gotta get the development's name right, like, because if you look at it right now, by driving around, the main roads are all done up, so not many companies can first build up all the roads before even developing elements to sell. So they must be very deep in their pockets. And Mahogany Residences is just one street away. Plus it's close to LRT station, not walking distance. Close. Therefore, the three things I don't like, number one will be the uncertainty of the upcoming developments within that stretch. So if you can see, a brand new project also came out less than 300 meters away, so that's a little bit more higher density. The category is different, so this one is a full residential one, so it depends which one you like. But right next to the project there are empty lands, and we all learned before the danger of empty lands. The view might not be forever, might not be guaranteed. So if you are facing the neighboring lots, right, this is where I don't understand why don't the developer just orientate the building facing directly to the green. So on one side you have all the premium, but it's west facing. Then the other side you have the Kwasa land facing, but then you will have the east side. Their current typology where you only have type E, where you have the facade facing the green. So the rest you just kind of have it at your balcony diagonally. But on one side have the greater risk of facing the adjacent land. So if the adjacent one is going to be a high rise, which most likely is going to be, then it will all be blocked. The next point will be the setting of being next to one of the main roads, which is Persiaran Mahogany. The only way they control traffic now is they are using traffic lights, which is the main cause of congestion currently around that area. So during peak hours, right, the congestion is something to take note of within that location. And you look at the size of the road, there's a 3-road lane, and because of that the speed of the cars will be rather high. So in order to just go through a lay-by first, we haven't seen the exact design of the lay-by yet, but you need to go lay-by first before you turn in. So that might be quite dangerous, especially if you just come out from the traffic light. Plus, if you come from the opposite direction, there's no direct U-turn because it's a little bit too short, and it's also dangerous. So there won't be any direct turn-ins allowed. So the U-turn might take a while. So that's something to take note of. Plus the noise that comes from the cars that are driving past by in a high speed condition. Last of all would be the stigma that comes along with this address, which is a location that has a lot of medium cost and low cost housing built on a leasehold title land. In order to address that, the developer extended the title up to 2121, which is a very long time. But regarding the density of a lot of medium cost housing, it's pretty obvious around the area, so it depends whether are you comfortable with that setting or not. Well, there's nothing nothing much that the developer can do to relocate them or whatsoever, right? But it guarantees a lot of commercial activities within that area itself. So this is a setting where I think it's very practical in between Kota Damansara commercial area and this upcoming area, right? Plus connected to a lot of main highways. Not only existing highway, but brand new highways like this. Like there are a lot of construction works ongoing right now, which is always good for capital appreciation. And I guess that's all for this episode. And do I like the project? To me, this is more of an own stay setting where it's really low density, it's very private. And if so happen my workplace is shifted to Kota Damansara or Sungai Buloh, right, that would make a lot of sense. But in terms of convenience wise, everything still involves me driving. There's nothing within walking distance, and just hope that the next lot will never develop lah. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan, or Red Sunny. Ciao!